You're watching Black and Gold Today.
Welcome back to Black and Gold Today. It's time for us to turn the show over to you, the fans.
We asked fans about the offense. Now we ask how much more pressure should go on to Kenny Pickett now that offensive coordinator Matt Canada has been let go. We'll take a look and a listen.
Let's go!
How much pressure is there on Kenny Pickett now to deliver even more?
You know, obviously there's definitely pressure. I think, in my opinion, my biggest thing is I hope the team stays together and the fan stays behind him because he's our quarterback right now. So I'll ride with him until the wheels fall off. But, you know, at the end of last season, everyone was like, this kid's got some juice, right? I mean, went out and won those last second games, like looked really good. Probably win a playoff game if we snuck in, but we didn't.
You watch him in the pocket, he's just panicky. He doesn't do anything. He just panics the whole time, and I'm afraid that he's just not the future, to be honest. But hopefully there's a change this week without Matt Canada, and he can do something better.
I agree. I mean, Kenny's got to step the game up, and let's get it going. Keep that running game going, and maybe hit some big plays, and we'll see what happens.
How much different do you think the Steelers will be on offense now without Matt Canada?
As Kenny Pickett, he should really just understand the situation, believe in Coach Tom, and believe in what the Steelers organization is doing, and then he'll be all right.
Always enjoyable to get within the fan base there. Now it's time for our Fan of the Week. It goes to Thomas Ziegler from Crittenden, Kentucky. He says he's been a Steelers fan his whole life. He's 25 and his dad's a Steelers fan, so it was a no-brainer growing up rooting on the black and gold. He fell in love with the team getting older because of the player culture and loyalty, dedication around the Steelers between the coaches, players, and fans. Going to the game with two of his best friends from college, Thomas even recruited a buddy to root for the Steelers in that Cincinnati game, and they've convinced him to be a part of the Black and Gold Nation. He tries to make it to at least 3 or 4 games each season, he says, and enjoys bringing family and friends to the games. Remember, if you'd like to be nominated for our Fan of the Week or nominate somebody you know, hit up our Black and Gold Today Facebook page, or be like Thomas and show up and have a lot of good stuff to say at the game. All right, it's time once again to go tailgating with Jess and see what she's got in store for us this week.
She continues to surprise us with her delicious creations. And if you're looking for a new recipe to spice up your watch party or tailgate, Jess has you covered.
Hey Steelers fans, I have a great bite dish for you guys, or this could be a weeknight dinner. It's so good, so delicious. It uses wonton wrappers, minimal ingredients, lasagna cups. All right, so your ingredients are wonton wrappers or egg roll wrappers cut into squares. And then you're just gonna take a little bit of Italian sausage, some marinara sauce, ricotta cheese, mozzarella cheese, and some Italian seasoning for flavor. So you just very easily take them and divide them up. Now you have multiple wrappers. So you put this down, just keep it loose, and then you'll start to assemble. We're gonna take the sauce, pour it into the sausage. You want more of the sauce than the sausage. These are small, so the sausage takes up a lot of space. You just want a little bit in there for the flavor and for the texture. So you're gonna take a little bit of this, just about half a spoon, and put it in the bottom. Next, you're gonna take some of this ricotta cheese, a little scoop of that, about a half a spoon as well. And then I'm gonna take the Italian seasoning and just do a little sprinkle on top of the ricotta. You can do this before if you want to. And now you go to your next layer. It's lasagna because there are layers. So you take the next one. See how it's facing this way? You're just gonna counter it a little bit. Press it down in there. Same with this one. Press it down in there and just re-layer your ingredients. The seasoning on the top there. And then the last step, you take mozzarella cheese, keep it in the shell so it doesn't get around here. All right, so once you get enough assembled for your crowd, you're gonna put them in the oven on 375 for about 15 to 20 minutes. When I say 15 to 20, check at 15 to make sure those tops aren't too brown, and cook it for a little bit longer depending on your oven. These lasagna cups are actually really perfect. They're delicious, they're a nice little bite, they're quick to assemble, quick to bake. Lasagna can be a little time consuming. These are actually lovely and easy to make. I hope you enjoy them. Go Steelers.
Thanks, Jess. You know, that's great because lasagna can be hard, so that's a simpler version. Great for your tailgate.
I don't think there's enough cheese, though. I'm not sure. Thank you so much, Jess. Enjoying that recipe as always.
Now, for the past 10 years, the Pittsburgh Steel Line has become a huge part of the game day experience for fans of the black and gold.
The 30-member ensemble has reached their 100th game this season as well. For these guys, it's about the passion they have for their own craft, the friendships and love they have for the Steelers. Black and Gold Today videographer Ken Urbanski is here to introduce you to the Steel Line. Check it out.
I've always loved the marching percussion community ever since I was back in high school and being an instructor at a couple of locations, and it's just always something that I've really loved, and I've had the opportunity to teach a couple of those Steel Line members over the years, about 25 years ago actually, and they're some of my closest friends. You know, it's a world of educators, but also ones that just have the love for it and just want to do it.
I've been affiliated with the Pittsburgh Steel Line since 2012, our very first season. I'm a founding member. I love this activity, and I also love the Pittsburgh Steelers. Being given the opportunity to perform for these fans and really getting these people going before the game is what this is all about.
We've been here since the very beginning. Like, we were the first guys in the door. So the experience for me was to be able to, you know, continue to do something that I loved, which was play the drums, and support the Steelers, who I've been a huge fan for my entire life.
The Steel Line sets that they do are very fan interactive, and the crowd gets into them, and it's just a good way to keep the atmosphere going.
Everybody here is family as well, so we're all very much committed to each other as well.
Just something amazing that I've been lucky enough to get into, and there aren't too many people who can say that they get to be on field at an NFL game and be part of the whole day.